Hey guys, Ike here from Mike'sOutdoors.com. We're going to do another little tabletop review here for you. This is on the Ultrastream XLR-41 hunting light by North Mountain Gear. And you can see in the picture there, this is a predator light or hunting light that you can actually mount up to your scope. You can see right over here, you know, they've got a close-up of a wolf there with your crosshairs on it. So this comes in a really nice plastic case, nice protective case. Just turn this around, show you what all it comes with. It comes with a, if I can get the case open, it comes with a really good setup. So the first thing you're going to notice here is the light, and I've opened this up. This comes all packaged up. I've opened it up and tested it out. Now we're going to try this out when it gets dark. We'll show you then, you know, how well this thing works. We're going to show you again in the daylight how good this thing is. Okay, so this is a really tough light. This is made out of T6 grade aircraft grade aluminum. This is an extremely tough light. It has a focusable wide beam to a tight beam. It has an interchangeable LED with 50,000 hours of life rating. This has an 18650 Li ion rechargeable battery, and it comes with two of those, and it comes with the charger. This is O-ring sealed, water resistant. Operating temperature is -20 to 105 degrees Fahrenheit, and it has a mode of high, medium, and low. So we're going to check this thing out real quick, and we will show you kind of some of the features on this thing. So again, this is a precision machined light. It looks really nice, super tough. Pop your back off, and there is your rechargeable battery right there. Pop that back on up front and pop this off, and we're going to show you a little bit about all of it. This is good, thick, tough glass. You can see how thick that thing is. That is really thick glass. There is your O-ring. Inside is your light. To change that, you just pop this front off right here and then screw this down, and you can pop that out just by twisting it out. And you can change that out with, this one is the clear, the white, and then you also have a green and you have a red in here. So we'll put this all back together and show you some of the other stuff that comes with this kit. Now, to mount this thing up, you're going to have a wide variety of mounts here. Put the lens back in there. So you got another battery that's going to come with it. So there's your extra battery that is rechargeable. You're also going to have your charger. Right here is your charger. You have a charger for your home. This is an AC/DC adapter, so you have that you can use at home. This also has the adapter for your plug-in in your car. So you can use this, you can charge it on the way to the woods, or if you get to the woods and realize that the battery's dead, you can charge this thing right there in your vehicle. Now, this has a couple lights there. This has several different mounts on here as well. This has a mount here. This is a mount with a Picatinny rail on the side of it. You can mount this up to your scope and mount that Picatinny rail right there on the top, and mount this up on there and mount that to your camera. Or if you have an existing Picatinny rail like on an AR-15 or something like that, you can use this and mount that directly to your camera, mount this to your Picatinny rail. This also comes with a couple of bushings, a couple shims here that'll go inside this one, just in case you need to go to a little smaller size. So it comes with a few bushings there. Now this is the mount that I'm probably going to use. This is the mount that's going to go right down on your scope, and then your light's going to go right in there just like that. You're going to tighten it down, and it's going to tighten it down simultaneously to your mount and your scope both. Simple, quick, and easy. So it also comes with, you can pop the back of this thing off, pop this right here on, and now you have this thing ready for use on your rifle, and you have a switch you can put down on your rifle, and you can use the switch to turn it on and off from your rifle. So those are the features of this light, and this is the XLR-41. Really bright light. We're going to take this thing out, we're going to mount it up, and we're going to take it out, and we're just going to show you how bright this thing actually is in the dark. It has a huge range. Around here, you know, 150 yards is about the biggest shot that we're going to take, and at 150 yards I can spot just about anything that I want to see with it, especially through the scope on my gun. So we're going to mount this thing up, and we're going to show you what it looks like mounted, and then we're going to take it out and we're going to show you how well this thing lights up the world, because it is a super bright light. Okay, so I want to show you my setup, and the reason I've got it set up on this gun, this is not my Coyote gun. My Coyote gun is going to be 243, 223, I don't even really know what it is going to be. But the reason I've got it set up on this one is because my 308's in the shop, my 243, I just haven't got out yet, and I want to show off my BA. This is my Savage BA in 6.5 Creedmoor, and it might turn into my Coyote gun just because it's just a really cool gun. But the reason I wanted to show this one off is because, and the reason I said this is probably the mount that I'm going to go with, because I like a scope with a larger tube. This is the, I can't remember what the original tube is. It's not, the 1 inch is what was the standard tube, and this is the larger tube. On this Bushnell Elite Tactical. So even though this is a larger tube than 1 inch and considerably larger than the light, I had no problem getting this thing mounted up. Absolutely no problem. You can see, other than my magazine making noise, let's go ahead and open this chamber too, since I'm going to be rattling it around. That light ain't going nowhere, and for me to make the switch to turn it on, right there, and it's on. And I can run through all 3 settings right there with my thumb control. So, really good mounting system on this, really good mounting, really easy to mount up on that. And this right here is going to work no matter the size of the tube of your scope. Mounts up good, mounts up solid. Picatinny rail, stuff like that. I just don't have, I got a Picatinny rail on the front. Well, I don't have a Picatinny rail, but I've got the inserts to put the Picatinny rail on here, and I just don't have any on there because I haven't had any use for them. But this works out just fine if you don't have a rail like that, or if your scope is too large to use the other adapter. Okay, so we're on the little 22 range of pawpaws, and I know that target out there, which you guys will see in just a second, is 50 yards away. So we are right at 50 yards to that target. We're just gonna play with the light here with the regular white light in it, and show you guys. There's the white light, and that's with it focused all the way down. You can see the target clear as bell. Now keep in mind that is a black target too, so that is a black target with nothing on it, and we're gonna open it up to flood. And that is a huge beam, isn't it? I can still see the target, but not nearly as good as when it was on beam. Man, that is a huge flood light. That is covering a huge area. You can see the shop there, the little building there is probably 10 foot tall to the peak, and that thing is probably a 12 by 12 circle, and that's just a huge circle. So big light. But you can see there, you know, you really start seeing detail on the target down there, and there's it focused all the way in, and you can see the details really well there. Okay, so we're going to show you some different distances here. That right there, that tree right there, and the camera's probably not picking this up very good, but that tree right there is about 75 to 100 yards away, and I can make the detail out in that tree. I can see individual limbs and things like that, so definitely could make a night shot there. Now we're going to pan down about halfway across this field. It's about 400 yards, 450 yards to the back tree line. This is going to be about halfway back, so this is roughly 225 yards here, and I don't know if the camera can see it. It doesn't look like it's picking it up very well, but again, I can see I can't make out individual branches on the trees, but I can definitely see, and if there was an animal shape there, I could definitely see it, and if I could get the eyes to it, I could definitely see the eyes. So I could definitely pick out an animal at that distance, and I could definitely pick out eyes if I were able to see eyes. So really good at 200 yards. Let's try the other colored lenses. Okay, so here we go with the red light, and that is focused all the way out. We're going to focus it in. And there it is, focused all the way in. You can see our 50-yard target really good there. My camera's probably not centered on it, but it's hard to tell in the dark where I need to point things. So there's the 50-yard target. I've always had a hard time seeing red, which is one of the things that I like about this light, is it comes with the red, the green, and the clear. So I always have a hard time making out anything in red, and that's why I don't generally use a red light. So let's go see what we can see on the tree line. Okay, so I got it on the tree line there. That's the same tree that we pointed at a while ago, about 75 to 100 yards out there. And again, I can't see the red very well, but I can see individual branches. I can see a branch jutting right out that way, and definitely could shoot an animal at that distance, no problem at all. I wonder, let's see what this thing looks like. There we go, floodlight. There's the flood, and again, you lose distance, but boy, that floodlight really lights up a big area. Let's zoom her back in. I can see individual branches on that, so it works out really good at 75 to 100 yards. Okay, so here we are at about 175 to 200 yards. It's about halfway back through the field, and again, I can see really well, actually, surprisingly for the red light. I can see individual branches here. Let's get a little further out and see, get away from some of this clump. Again, I can see way out there. I can see definitely starting to lose it there, but like I said, I have a hard time seeing red, but starting to lose the branches and stuff at 200 yards. Let's swap over to the green and try it out. Alright, so here's the green, and this is the one that I really like. I can really make out things in green. The red, I have a hard time, but green, I can really see stuff in green really good. There's our 50-yard target. Right there. And you can see that, again, it may not be centered in the camera. It's hard to line things up in the dark. But I have absolutely no trouble seeing that target at 50 yards with this green. It shows up fantastic for me. Again, everyone sees colors different, but green has always been really handy for me. That's the high. Let's see the medium. There's medium, and there's low. Even on low, I can make that target out. And then looking through a scope, I can definitely make that target out well enough to shoot that target. So let's try it at some of our longer distances. Okay, so there is our 75 to 100 yard tree, and I'm having no trouble picking out individual branches on that again. I can see the trunk there. I can see there's something there at the base. Almost looks like it might be an animal. Some reflection on the eyes there. Oh, it went away. That might have been an animal. That might have been a possum or something. It could have been a bug too, but yeah, that's moving. There's an animal underneath that tree. I can see it. There, it's a raccoon or a possum or something that was under there. So had no trouble seeing that. It was small but hidden behind a brush, but I could definitely see its eyes. So no problem seeing that. That's at 100 yards. Let's scan over to 200 again. 200, I start to kind of lose depth through the, I've been able to see like individual branches and stuff like that. Through the scope, I can make out shapes. Probably good enough to take a shot at 200 yards, you know. Again, 200 yards is a long shot for me around here anyway, but 200 yards at night, this is definitely going to make it easier, but it's still going to be a tricky shot. So I like that green. I like that green a lot. That's probably my favorite color lens. Let's try it back there. Those trees are 400, 450 yards out there, and it's I don't know, you might be able to see it a little bit better, but not much. I apologize for lighting, but it's dark outside, and I want to wrap this thing up tonight while it's still fresh in my mind. So this is the XLR-41 from North Mountain Gear. Great light. Awesome kit. You can see, I mean, the kit, it comes with this nice case. Comes with everything you'd need in here to mount this thing up. Comes with extra batteries. Comes with a variety of lights, a variety of colors, just like what we talked about earlier. I have a really hard time seeing red, so the green is really nice. Comes with a charger for your house. Comes for a charger for your automobile. So made out of really good high-grade aluminum. Just a tough flashlight. easy to mount, comes with a variety of mounts. I mean, just a fantastic package for $100 on their website right now. This is $100, so that price may change by the time you guys watch the video, but on the website as of right now, this is a $100 flashlight, and this is one heck of a kit for $100. Even if it's a little bit more, this is just one heck of a kit, just with everything it comes with. So gonna be great for predator hunting, gonna be great for hog hunting, and this thing is tough as nails. You know, I've taken it out, put it on my gun, and I wish I would have filmed it, but I took it to the range and shot, and I didn't film it. And it handled the recoil fine. Recoil didn't bother this thing one bit, and I shot it on my 308. I left my Creedmoor at home that day and just shot it on my 308. So no problems at all as far as handling the recoil. So you can check this out. This is a fantastic light. I've also reviewed the ghillie suit or the leafy suit from North Mountain Gear. They make fantastic stuff. This light is no exception. The ghillie suit or the leafy suit is awesome as well. I'm looking forward to hitting the woods this fall and this winter with this stuff and putting it to some good use. So check them out at the link below for more product reviews. You can check us out on Facebook under Ike's Outdoors. If you want to see our partner, you can check out, we got videos there as well on Full Drawn Addiction. We'll put their website below as well. So please be sure to like, subscribe, and share these videos. Appreciate you guys watching.